Hey y'all. Happy Sunday. Come on in. Come on in. Welcome to What's for Brunch. It's your girl Paulette. I am the owner and founder of Brownstone Worldwide and also one of the partners. But we also have KCCR Radio, the Brownstone, that falls under the Brownstone Worldwide brand, as well as this show, What's for Brunch, and the show that comes on before this one, which you probably just finished listening to on KCCR Radio, the Brownstone, and it's called The Sunday Brunch. And that is with me. And my entire goal throughout that entire show is to help you rise and shine for your life. So, what we're doing today is something super simple because I honestly didn't feel like doing a whole lot. And it's really about saving money. So, what we did was I decided to use what I already had in the refrigerator and the freezer so that we could just have a quick, simple brunch, something that's going to kind of prep us for the 4th of July, where, it's going to be some barbecuing and stuff like that. Most of the time, it's not going to be me that's going to be doing it, but it's a good way to get started. So what we did for today was we literally did an oven-baked barbecue chicken tender. And when I say barbecue chicken tender, let me tell y'all how simple this is. I'm getting ready to take it out of the oven and bring it over here so you can see for yourself how simple it is. All right. So first things first is I'm going to put my mittens on so I can get it out of the oven. This is super simple. Let me tell y'all what I did. This is what I did. I literally put everything in the oven. I wasn't kidding. The only thing that we have to do now is I have got to do the baked beans. And I'm going to show you how simple it is. Let me show y'all what I did. I got this on sale. It's a bourbon and brown sugar baked beans. I'm going to put this literally in the microwave. I'm not playing with y'all today. I kid you not. So what I did was I took some Tyson chicken breasts and I put them in the oven at 350 degrees, and they're done. That's it. Chicken breast right here. Got it? So I'm going to go ahead and put that on Roger. And y'all know who Roger is, right? So everybody knows who Roger is. If you don't know, there he is. You see him? Oh, I can't show you. That's the only thing I don't like about this new stand that I have is you can't see what I'm cooking. So there it is. So we have Roger. He's good to go, right? But then we also have some other things that I want to show you. Let me go ahead and scoot this over. This sucker is hot. Let me see that. Okay, so you can see that. So I want you to see that we have our chicken tenders. They are ready to go, okay? But I also have the corn on the cob that's ready as well. So what I'm going to do is put out another cutting board so that I can put the corn on the cob out too. Now let me tell you what we did. We made it real simple, y'all. Y'all see that? Look at that. Done. I'm not playing with y'all today. Let me tell you why. Because I still want to kind of relax a little bit. So what I did was I went to the grocery store when these were on sale, like the corn on the cob and also the chicken tenders. And listen, I made sure that everything was either discounted ridiculously low or it was going on clearance. So these were discounted really low, and it was a bag of frozen corn on the cob right there. So I went on ahead and put these in the oven alongside of the chicken tenders. Super, super simple to do. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure out how to do that. And the only thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to open up these bourbon brown sugar beans. That's it. That's all I'm going to do. Okay. So the first thing that I want to do is find my can opener. And y'all not going to laugh at me here. One of the things that I don't have is I don't have a can opener. And I do. But where it is, I can't ever find it. Here it is. I found it. Okay. So what we're going to do is I'm going to scoot everything over. And I'm going to put this over here so y'all can see what I'm doing just a little bit more, right? All right, so there we go. So you can kind of see me. And I'm going to take my little can opener, y'all. And let me tell you, y'all probably like, why does she have a manual can opener, because every single time that I purchase a new can opener, an electric one, how about it dies on me? Usually within the first, and this is every single time, ever since I've been an adult, I have never been able to keep a can opener. Okay. And so I kind of get frustrated and I kind of leave it alone. And I'm just like, you know what, whatever. I'll just go ahead and just do what I gotta do. And I can be like my mom, and I can do like a cut it open with a knife, but come on now. It ain't that serious. So I just went on ahead and I just started using just a manual can opener because it seems to be the only thing that works for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this on the stove since I'm gonna be hanging out with y'all for a little while today, right? Okay. I think that that's kind of important too. I don't want y'all to think like, oh, she just everything just, no, that ain't what it is. I'm gonna tell you what it is. First of all, when you're working a lot, when you have other things that you got going on, you still want to make sure that your household eats, but you also want to make sure that you're not overburdening yourself with the idea of having to be in the kitchen just all the freaking time. That can be a huge turnoff to anybody like me, especially. I enjoy cooking, but it's not my 100% everything that I do. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put this on the stove really quick. And we're going to let those kind of heat up just a little bit. And then we are going to plate up this. And it's super simple, y'all. All we're going to do is we're going to take the chicken tenders. We're going to have a couple of ears of corn if that's what you want. And guys, this is just super simple. Really, really easy. All you need to do, chicken tenders in the oven. They're already cooked. So all you're doing is heating them up. Okay? Then the next thing is you're going to wrap your corn in something like this. I just used a regular cake tin. I wasn't real pressed about it because I haven't baked in a couple of weeks. And so I just wrap these up. And then what I'm going to do, since they're still very warm, is we're going to get some butter. We're going to put them on there. And we're going to sprinkle it with some seasonings. Of course, what are the seasonings going to be? Of course, it's going to be brownstone blends. Of course, it can't be none other than, okay? All right. So let me go ahead and grab some butter, and we're going to do that. And we're going to talk about the topics that are at hand when we're talking about what's for brunch and the Sunday brunch. I think that is important. Now, one of the things that we talked about today, and let me just talk about this really quick. Uh-oh, it just dropped right out. Y'all, how did I forget butter? Let's talk about what we discussed on the Sunday brunch today. So we're actually doing a series that I do every year, and it's called Mind Your Own Business. And it's based on 5 major principles that I try my best to live by. And the first one is called Wake Up, which was today's show. And it's about really putting your life in perspective when you're waking up. And I'm not just talking about waking up out of the bed. See, that's what a lot of people think, is we're talking about waking up and getting out of the bed. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about when I say wake up, it is that realization that there's more to your life than what you are putting it in, than what you believe that it is to be. And one day you have that aha moment and you're like, wait a minute. Hold up just a second. You mean to tell me that there's more to my life than what I've been giving myself credit for and being able to do? Absolutely, you are. Okay. And so one of the things that I like to tell people all of the time is making sure that you're constantly having those aha moments. That's your wake up time. I don't care when it happens. It could happen when it's 6 o'clock in the evening. It could happen at midnight. You can have that aha moment. Now you see what I'm doing here is I'm just taking a smidgen of butter and I'm putting it all the way around the corn on the cob while it's still hot. And when I tell you this sucker is hot, y'all, this is hot. Okay, but what you want to do is get that butter down off in each one of those niblets of corn so that when you take every bite with this 100% real butter, you'll be able to really get the true flavor of the corn and also with the butter. And then you can season it any way that you want, right? So you can use any one of the brownstone blends. The everyday blend usually really works well with this one. And I'm going to actually leave a link for you guys at My Brownstone Living for you all to check out. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this back up. We're going to do that. And then the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to be preparing some type of sauce for dipping for the kids. And really, this isn't for me. Amina really likes to dip her food. So, okay, we're going to help her dip her food today. Okay. So I'm going to grab some barbecue sauce over here. So I have some gourmet honey barbecue sauce. And one of the things that I did this time, usually I try to do like a name brand because I always think, oh, it's got to be better. But listen, honey, the way that these grocery bills are set up right now, we're going to use Miss Laura Lynn. She is the store brand, and we are going to work with what we currently have. How about that? So I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to just get a small bowl. And I'm going to open up my barbecue sauce because I want to make a couple of different flavors. Okay? So one is going to be just, and actually this bowl might be too big. Hold on. Let me see. Y'all, don't laugh. Here we go. Yeah, I found one. All right, so I have some containers because nobody's going to be eating like that. Okay, just all the food. No, I'm not doing that either. So I have some little containers here, and I'm going to be putting these to good use right now. So it's been a good day so far. I started my weekend early. Amen. Amen. How many of you guys started your weekend early? I know I did. I was like, ooh, I'm ready for it, honey. Totally ready for it. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to take some of the barbecue sauce and we want to put it like maybe half. Half of that is just barbecue sauce. We're going to do the same here with this one. And we're going to put some barbecue sauce in this container as well. Easy peasy. All right, now we got barbecue sauce. Now I want to spice it up, put a little kick on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add hot sauce to one. I'm going to add mustard to the other. That would be a great way for them to grab a couple of these chicken tenders that are already pre-cooked. They're heated up. And then also have their dipping sauces available. Now, the baked beans are already hot. They already ready to rock and roll. I'm getting ready to show you. Here we go. Already hot. You see the steam coming off of that bad boy? That's all you need. Especially when you're talking about the day before, you know, the 4th of July. You don't want to do a whole bunch of cooking because if you're anything like me, at this age, you've probably kind of fallen back from doing a bunch of cooking because the kids, if they're coming home, they're not hanging out with you all day. And then secondly, they want to have something else to do. So it's probably not going to be hanging out with you. So I'm going to go ahead and stir up my beans just a little bit. Stir them up just a little bit because they're super hot. They're ready to go. Again, this is a bourbon brown sugar blend, right? To kind of help out just a little bit. Let me tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a little bit of this barbecue sauce and I'm going to put it right in there. You don't need a whole lot because it's already got some kick to it. But this will kind of help marry all of the flavors together for you. And that's it. When I tell you this is your what's for brunch for today, listen, that's it. Now I'm going to get some mustard. Hopefully I have some mustard because again, this is about what do I have on hand at the house right now. Okay. I'm not trying to go to the grocery store. It's not even on my Richter scale this week because the kids don't eat as much as they used to. Now that they've gotten older, they have jobs and they can order out, they Uber a lot. And so it kind of leaves me to kind of have to be creative in some of the food items that I do make. Now, KJ every once in a while, he'll be like, Mother, you haven't cooked in a while. Well, that's because you all aren't eating, okay? But for what's for brunch for today, this is what we're having. So let me add my hot sauce and also add my mustard to this particular mix. Okay? Let me see if I can find my hot sauce. Here we go. We got a little hot sauce, we got a little mustard, and let me grab a spoon so we can continue to chat just a little bit. So listen, y'all, one of the things that I wanted to finish talking about was the wake up phase. When you're talking about waking up, being a part of, I'm putting the mustard right here in the larger bowl, just a little bit. And then in the smaller bowl, I'm going to add a little bit more barbecue sauce and a little bit of hot sauce to go with that, okay? That's all we need. Just a touch. We don't need a lot. Here we go. We're done. Now, I'm going to stir both of these. And that's it. That's all you need. Now, the cool thing is, the kids are big enough, they can get their own ice, honey. They can get their own other food items, like if they want ice or, you know, drinks or something like that. We have those. They're in the refrigerator, the little brunch punch and stuff that I used to make. I'm going to get back to it. We're just getting back into the swing of things. So again, we have barbecue sauce mixed with a touch of the hot sauce, and we're good to go with that. Now, all we want to do is plate it up. And let's finish talking about wake up. How about that? All righty. So I don't want a whole lot, because I do have plans to go and hang out a little bit later. All right. So what I'm going to do is we're just going to sit here and we're going to talk for a little while. I'm going to grab one of these and I'm going to put a little bit of this sauce over here so that I can enjoy myself just a little bit. Okay. I'm going to hang off on the corn on the cob because I want to make sure that I have room because I have a dinner date later on. But I did want to make sure that the kids had something to eat. And let me grab something else to kind of eat with, a little fork. Now remember, this is a bourbon and brown sugar mix. It's a grilling type of bean, so it really doesn't need a lot, but I did add some barbecue sauce to it. Nice and hot. Got a little kick to it. Love it. Love it, love it. Now let's try this chicken tender and the sauce. Thick, it's juicy, even though it's been in the freezer. Very good. Okay? Very good. Now, if the kids don't finish this, this will become a part of tomorrow's meal for the 4th of July. Because now I do have plans for tomorrow. Okay? But we won't waste the food that they're not going to eat. It'll just become leftovers, right? And then they can walk and eat and come in and out because that's what they're going to be doing. They're going to be on the backyard. They're going to be in the pool. They're going to be hanging out, doing all kinds of stuff, especially if the weather's nice tomorrow. And they're going to want additional food items throughout the day, including what? The infamous Kool-Aid pie. How about that? All right. So we're going to be making that a little bit later on tomorrow when I go live. And we're going to be sharing with you guys how simple and easy it is for you all to have an easy 4th of July. Okay. Especially if you're at this place in your life where most times everybody already has an agenda of what they're going to be doing anyway. So you're not a part of the agenda. And that's kind of where I have found myself to be in this situation as I get older is it's like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to be hanging out with my friends. I'm going to be hanging out. Well, I'm going to stay in my room and play on my PlayStation all day. I'll come out when I believe I'm hungry, right? So because I live like that now, it doesn't matter so much about the cooking phase. Usually I'll even cook for several days. I'll cook enough for a couple of days and then they can eat off of that. When I tell y'all my grocery bill is lighter, it is. But that's because some of that is that food prep thing. So let's finish talking about the wake up phase. So today on the Sunday brunch, one of the things that I talked about was waking up. The wake up phase is so important because it is not the waking up of the physical self from slumber, from sleep, from being asleep all night long. It is the waking up phase of realizing that there's more to you than just the regular wake up and getting up and going to work and becoming a part of the rat race, right? There's something else that is inside of you that is calling you to something that is higher that you don't even understand. And so I like to do this particular class at least twice per year because I think it's important for everybody to understand what it is that calls them. Do you even know what is calling you? And when it calls you, what are you supposed to do? And so that's where the wake up phase comes in. All right. We actually have an entire workbook and all that. I'll be sharing some of that stuff with you guys. But this week was all about waking up. I'm so glad that we had a lot of listeners who were checking in and stuff like that. If you want to listen to a replay of the show, this is all you got to do. Download the KCCR app, or you can go to kccrthebrownstone.com and you can actually listen no matter where you are. We're actually available in Android and iOS devices, also on Amazon Alexa, and also Google Play. And we're also available in your smart car. So if you want to check out the Sunday Brunch, which is a mashup of jazz and gospel, where we help you rise and shine for your life, I would encourage you to download the app and listen in. Or again, like I said, you can go to kccrthebrownstone.com and check that out. Okay. So with that said, one of the things that I want you guys to start doing, if it were me, this is me now, every time I air a show, I would have pen and paper ready. I absolutely would. And the biggest reason why is you want to make sure that you are taking notes. It's going to be important because at the end of this, you're going to get an opportunity to really kind of wrap all of this up. So this week again was Wake Up. And I encourage you guys to get into what that is all about. Now, in the meantime, what I want you all to also do is to go ahead and download the My Brownstone Living app, which is called KCCR. Super easy to do. All you got to do is do the thing. That's all you got to do. All right. Now, let me go ahead and adjust that so you guys can see me. I hate the fact that there's such a glare on my face when I'm talking to you guys. Oh, my goodness. All right. And then also something else that I want you guys to do is... Oh my goodness, y'all. This little phone. All right, so let's see. Again, we air the Sunday Brunch at 11 a.m. on KCCR, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then also again at 6 p.m. So even after you've watched For Brunch, which is today, which is this show right now, go ahead and take a listen to the show once again. And again, it's called Wake Up this week, okay? We're getting back into minding our own business. And the first thing we want you to do is to wake up. That means clearing the consciousness, making sure that you are writing down and taking notes of those things that are passionate, that impassion you, that make you think twice about what it is that you're doing with your entire self. You know, those kinds of things are important too, because it's going to help you to kind of understand exactly what it is that you should be doing for your personal self. And that's going to come down to really making some decisions. And we're going to be talking about that. We're going to be talking about that in detail. Okay. Now, let me move this back over here and hopefully you guys can still see that. There we go. So we have our foodstuffs. We're good to go. I'm going to finish this up. And this is the What's for Brunch piece. Here's what I want you guys to do. Start paying attention because brownstoneworldwide.com is almost done. And I'm excited about that. Our entire team is, okay? And what that means is you're going to be seeing more and more of us. We want you to come along and be a part of this amazing experience. There will be a marketplace. So if you want to advertise with us to be able to do that and reach our audience as we continue to grow. Guys, right now, we're like at 150,000 viewers, followers, listeners, XYZ. And we want you guys to continue to grow with us and share with people what's happening here at the Brownstone, okay? Now, I know that y'all probably saying this was the easiest dinner I've ever seen. Honey, listen, you are talking to a pro in making dinner easy, okay? Really, really important for you all to understand. You don't have to stay in the kitchen 24 hours. I like to cook. The problem is that my children are now at the age where they don't like to eat everything I cook. And it's not because it's horrible tasting. It's because they have their own lives. So I'm learning how to adjust how much that I cook. Because I can't even get down with small portions of food. Like, what is that? You know what I mean? So here's what I need you to do. Get ready, get ready, get ready, as TD Jakes would say, because I want to come back on Friday. No, tomorrow. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow about it. And I'm going to be explaining to you guys what we're doing at the Brownstone, okay? 2 things is happening. Number 1, there is a cookbook that is out. It's called A Month of Sundays, which is based upon recipes that I have shared with you guys on the Sunday brunch. In addition to that is going to be another planner that you'll be able to pick up, or rather another book, and it's called the My Brownstone Living Day by Day Home Planner. And really, it's actually based upon a couple of things. One is based on the infamous 6 list, and it's also based upon the Pomodoro effect, where you're literally only providing yourself a window of time to do one specific thing, and then you move on to the next project. So I've combined both of those so that it will work directly for you, especially when it comes to your home. I want to share more of that with you guys tomorrow. But today, I just wanted to come on here and tell you guys, first of all, I'm so excited that you guys are listening in. Our records and our numbers and reports show that you're paying attention. We're getting ready to jump back into this thing full swing. So start following us. Share what we have going on at the Brownstone with those people that you know that are in your circle. Have them to like the Facebook page, the Brownstone Center, and also It's the Sunday Brunch, which is a part of what this particular show is about, right? But we're still a part of the Brownstone, okay? We're still a part of Brownstone Living and Essentials. So get used to seeing us on a regular basis. Please also know that we are also and always going to continue to do Tips, Topics, and Talk, which is a part of our Reels program, and also a part of the regular show called Tips, Topics, and Talk. But we always like to extend it just a little bit so that you guys can get a little bit more of what we have to offer. So I just love this little old shirt, y'all. It's just so cute. It just screams Paulette, okay? So also, what else am I going to tell you? Cullen's Corner. Let's talk about that. Cullen's Corner comes back on Thursday. Myself, DeCarlo, and Cullen, along with other guests that will be joining us and joining the panel, will be coming to you guys to talk to you all about all kinds of hot topics that you don't want to miss. Y'all, I want to first of all appreciate and say thank you to everyone that came to our impromptu town hall that we had. And that one was super cool because we had an opportunity to talk about Roe v. Wade and the overturning of such. Guys, we're going to be doing more of those in the future. We want you to be involved because, again, one of the things that we're doing at Brownstone Worldwide is we're changing the narrative. We want to hear from you. We want to hear your voice. We want you to be a part of the community. And where you stand is completely up to you, right? So we're a community of folks who happen to be of the brown skin persuasion, right? We're the urban community. We're the new urban virtual community. And we want you all to share with us your voice, your concerns, those things that matter to you the most in your community. That's what we're here for. And even with me doing What's for Brunch, the next time I do What's for Brunch, oh, honey, it's going to be some eggs, honey. It's going to be some sausage. It's going to be all of that. We're going to have a great time. But what I'm going to do is I will share what we did here on of course, Facebook and in Reels and TikTok, all over the place. You can follow us everywhere. I'm just excited to just be here with you guys for the first edition of What's for Brunch for the summer, which is a part of the Sunday Brunch, which helps you to rise and shine for your life. Now, before I wrap up, thank you again. If you want to listen to the Sunday Brunch and the re-air for today at 6 p.m., go ahead and download the KCCR My Brownstone Living, the app, and you can listen in at 6 p.m., followed by DJ Tony Hernandez and The Eye of the Storm before we kick it right back into the beginning of a new work week, which, of course, we know on tomorrow, as they say, on tomorrow. I never understood that. But tomorrow, we will be, of course, celebrating the 4th of July. So come back and check us out for Tips, Topics, and Talk, because guess what, folks? We are going to be going live for you guys, and we're going to be sharing with you an amazing recipe that everybody always asks me for, and that is the Kool-Aid pie. And also, we're going to be doing our pulled barbecue chicken sandwiches. You don't want to miss that. But for now, I got to get out of here. I try to allot myself enough time so I can live my best life somewhere else. But I still want to come on here and thank you guys for being a part of what we have growing here. Shout out to the Corner family and those of you all who are joining the Corner family. We do appreciate you. 3 things that I always like to end every show with, no matter where I am. 1, love your life. It's the only one that you have. 2, live your life to the fullest and enjoy every single experience. And lastly, breathe through every single moment. Those are the 3 commands that you got coming from me. Love, live, breathe. And always, always, always be connected to a place where we are changing the narrative at Brownstone Worldwide. I will see you guys tomorrow for another edition of Tips, Topics, and Talk. It's your girl Paulette. I'm out of here. Enjoy your Sunday. Bye.